Morning, y'all. So we are at the TA in Lafayette, Louisiana. Got in here last night. We got in kind of late. It's around 10:30. We spent a lot of time at that paper mill, getting unloaded and then reloaded. But that's what you do. That's how you make money. We pulled into this TA. The showers weren't working when we got here, but when we walked up to get some food and stuff, apparently they just started working, or they had just gotten repaired. So we got a nice hot shower and came back out here, went to sleep. Woke up this morning. I went in and did my business. And then I walked over to the McDonald's, which is about a quarter mile away. Where's this idiot thing? Alright, this is a traffic. Oh, he's straight backing into there. That spot over there. For me, I thought he was going to park there. There's a shotgun. Pretty as ever. She's miserable. Her allergies are kicking her ass. But back to what I was talking about. I walked over to the McDonald's, and man, I was so happy there was a McDonald's here, because we just haven't been really getting any good breakfast food. We had Dunkin' Donuts yesterday, which was okay, but it's, you know, it's a sad state of affairs when McDonald's has the best breakfast on the road. Now, that's not counting the restaurants you can go into, like the Country Prides or the Iron Skillets or some of the other family-owned restaurants in the truck stops where you can go in, order, sit down. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about, you know, fast food. McDonald's is the best. I mean, the biscuits and gravy actually taste like biscuits and gravy. You get biscuits and gravy from Hardee's, and it's like, I don't know, it's like that paste you use in kindergarten on your projects over top of cardboard. It just tastes horrible. So I'm excited. Finally, I haven't eaten a McDonald's breakfast in, I don't think, on this trip at all. So, do my business, walk a quarter mile to McDonald's, and it is drive-through only. The lobby is locked down. And there are probably 30 cars in line. So, Shotgun's like, well, you could just walk through the drive-through. It's 35 degrees out. I'm gonna stand in a line of cars, 30 cars deep.
I didn't know that, though.
Yeah, she didn't know. She didn't know it was busy. But yeah, it was too busy for me to stand out there all day. Yeah. Look like an idiot walking through the drive-through. Which I wish the states that shut down the lobbies of these fast food places would allow them to open up some type of drive-through, you know, at or near the truck stops, a place where the trucks can get to. When in Ohio, in a town called Bucyrus, and most people, when they try to read it, they pronounce it Bucyrus, but it's called Bucyrus, Ohio. And when Ohio first shut down under the orders of Governor DeWine, at McDonald's, they put like one of those safety ladders out in the parking lot across from the McDonald's, and they were allowing truck drivers to pull up there and order their food, and then a van would drive across and deliver the food, which was an awesome thing to do. And I wish more people would do that I mean, we're out here delivering goods from point A to point B so people have what they need. We got COVID from being on the road, had to survive it on the road. I mean, do something. I got the last 2 sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches from the TA, and they were horrible. And don't know what the rest of these guys are going to do. I mean, I was up there about 8 in the morning, and a lot of these guys we're still out here. I guess they just have to eat a Twinkie or something for breakfast. It's terrible.
Be nice if this line said it have trucks.
Yeah, and another thing, like some McDonald's or some of the fast food joints there on the major interstates, they actually have truck parking, but you don't know that until you pull off the highway. It'd be nice if the state started to mark restaurants that had truck parking available or that had truck access, so that we would know.
Yeah, some of the gas stations we don't know. It says diesel, but
yeah, even some of the gas stations, they'll say diesel, and they have diesel, but they don't have truck islands, which are 15, 16 foot tall, that have a satellite pump on the other side of the truck. It's just diesel for cars and passenger trucks, and there's no way of knowing until you pull off and see it. But this COVID thing, I mean, I'm sick of it. I'm just done with it. I'm not wearing a mask no more. I've had it. I've had the COVID. I should be immune to it. I can't give it to no one else. No one else can give it to me. I don't need to wear the mask, and I'm just tired of it. In the beginning, it was 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and now we're coming up on a year. And in a week, it will have been a year that we've been doing this foolishness. And everybody's being hurt by this except for the wealthy. They talk about a transfer of wealth. Well, in the last year, there's been a transfer of wealth from the poor and middle class to the wealthy. And, the companies that are profiting off of this are Amazon and Target and Walmart and all the big corporations. Well, all the little guys out here who just started or have had a family business and they've had some moderate success and think that they finally got their piece of the pie, they're done. They're done. All because of a virus that when I called the doctor, Shotgun called the doctor and said, hey, I think we have the coronavirus. What should we do? And the doctor says, well, just stay home and get some rest. Drink plenty of fluids. Really? I mean, we were being told that this was deadly. You contract this virus, you're going to be in the hospital on a ventilator, and you call a doctor, just rest. And he was right. 10 days later,
you get the flu or pneumonia, and they want to pump you for like high potent antibiotics and all kinds of stuff.
It's crazy. Been blown out of proportion, and all it's done is hurt people. I don't believe half the numbers that have been reported. In New York and Michigan, they knowingly put COVID patients in nursing homes, I think, on purpose to drive the death rate up because of the election. Because there's no other logical reason to do it. Why did they do that? And then no one's had the flu. Apparently the flu has just vanished off the face of the earth. I don't know. It's crazy. But it's time for it to be over. It should be over. And if you're afraid of getting COVID, then you lock yourself down. It's time that the government stops infringing on the freedoms of all the people. You're free to choose. You want to be locked down, lock yourself down. But for those that don't, we shouldn't have to. That's as simple as that. That lockdown should have lasted 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops. We should have been back to normal. This would have ran its course. We'd still have a vaccine for the people that hadn't had it. We'd be fine. This has all been ridiculous. And it just keeps getting worse. That's my rant for the day. We're getting ready to take off. Deliver this load in Houston. We're going to look for a load from Houston to the Temple area in Texas. That's north of Houston. There's a place in Lexington, Texas. What's the name of it? Snow's Barbecue. So Shotgun's been watching these barbecue shows on Netflix. And one of them, do you remember the name of the show?
American... No, I don't remember.
I don't remember either. We get back to you on that. But it's called Snow's Barbecue. It's world famous. And it tells the story of the pit boss that got it started. And it's a pretty cool story. And since we're going to be close by, it's close to Temple. We're going to try to stop and check it out. And hopefully we get that opportunity before we head back home on this trip. But if we don't, we will without a doubt go there. And we'll make sure to film it too. But for now, we got to get down the road. I got to get fuel. The Lucas Deep Diesel Clean seems to be having a positive effect. The truck did do a passive regen this morning, and it did a passive regen yesterday morning, but I have not had to do a part regen since adding that to the fuel. So there's still half a tank of what I added to yesterday, and we're gonna fill up and run through that. Well, not fill up. I don't ever fill up. I keep saying fill up. I don't fill up. I usually go up 3/4 and run it down to 1/4 and bounce back and forth between that. But we're gonna get fuel. I need DEF, half a tank on that. Get down the road, make this delivery. And if we see anything, we'll get back to you. And if we don't, we'll see you at the receiver. Bridge coming up. One of these really tall ones.